Howdy YouTube. I have no idea who Salt Bae is. I know what he looks like, the pose he does, and that's about it. So Internet Anarchist is going to tell us the satisfying downfall. I'm guessing people don't like him. Maybe he did something really, really awful. Maybe they're just jealous of how handsome he is. Who knows?
From going viral overnight to now drifting.
Oh, by the way, this is Internet Anarchist. If you haven't seen him, he does fantastic videos. They're very informative. Also, they're also pretty short. So if you like him, definitely check out some more of his videos.
Irrelevance. From rubbing shoulders with the biggest celebrities every week to now getting kicked out of major sporting events.
Is it because he's too handsome?
From bragging about $100,000 dinner bills at his luck.
Why would you brag about that? That's not something people want to see. A total $398,000. How do you spend one golden filet mignon is $1,000. 11 golden baklava is $4,008. Why? What are these prices? The cheapest thing on here is Indian tonic, and that's $30.
Steakhouses to watching his empire crumble right before his eyes. Salt Bae's story is a textbook example of how internet fame can vanish just as fast as it arrives, especially when ego takes the spotlight. And
that'll do it. Yeah, ego will do it.
Narcissist man behind the meme. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist.
What up, dog?
Weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be taking a closer look at the downfall of Salt Bae, how he went from humble beginnings to ruling the internet at one point, and then losing it all to arrogance and greed, all while building a business empire.
Tale as old as time.
That behind the gold-plated steaks and viral clips,
gold-plated steak.
Staff
who would order that?
That put lives at risk. Though before it all came crashing down, Salt Bae's rags to riches story was quite the inspiration. Nusret Göçe started his life in a small Turkish village.
His name's Nusret. That's a good name. I like that.
With limited resources and poor infrastructure.
Is that his sister? Aww. She looks like she's being forced to be happy.
His father.
Why does no one in his family look happy?
Also worked as an ordinary mine worker, which
mine worker. That explains why he's not happy.
Unfortunately, didn't pay enough to support her family. Due to the family's financial struggles, Nusret had to leave school at the age of 13 and start working as an apprentice at a butcher shop in Istanbul. And while Nusret had to work 13...
Is he wearing glasses or is that a unibrow?
Grueling hours a day, every day, without a single day
off.
It's
like a unibrow. Dang,
the beginning of his journey in the food industry, with him going on to work at various steakhouses.
Oh, that's some eyebrows, man. That boy got some thick eyebrows. Good for him.
Went by. Then, in 2007, he secured a $3,400 bank loan to travel across multiple
Okay, he's rocking that edgy look. It's kind of working for him. I like it.
Countries and learn more about their meat industries and the steakhouse businesses. After doing this for 3 years, he returned to Turkey in 2010 and opened his very own steakhouse. It was a fairly small restaurant with just 8 tables and a handful of staff. Despite this, Nusret Steakhouse managed to catch the attention of high-end clientele, including the Turkish billionaire Ferit Sahenk, who
no idea who that is.
By the quality of food and service that he offered.
But his name's Ferret, so I'm not going to trust him.
To invest and
also, he's a billionaire, so I immediately don't trust him.
Nusret branch out not just in
also, he's bald, so I don't trust him.
Turkey, but across the Middle East. By the end of 2016, Nusret was already a fairly successful businessman.
Also, look at those muscles, man. What is his routine?
What he didn't know, however, was that his luck was about to change once again. On January 7th, 2017, he posted a video of himself dressed in a tight white t-shirt and dark sunglasses while slicing meat, and sprinkling salt on it in the most unusual ways. This went viral, racking up millions of views and shooting Nusret into internet.
Good for him, good for him.
Stardom practically overnight. The moment of him pouring the salt got turned into a meme as well, making him even more popular.
Of course. Of course there was a Trump one.
Popular than just the viral clip, with people now referring to him as the quote Salt Bae. Lamau, Salt Bae is at the other side of the world and has no idea he's an instant classic with Black Twitter. It's gonna be crazy to tell kids, oh yeah, that's Salt Bae, the way my dad told me about Paul Newman. I dressed up as Salt Bae for Halloween. From parody skits on national television
it's happening!
To professional athletes celebrating with his signature.
I remember that skit. It wasn't very funny.
Move on the biggest stages. Salt Bae had quickly become one of the most recognizable faces on the internet. This was
that meat looks good though.
To be in, and Nusret understood this better than anyone else, because not long after he went viral, Salt Bae announced plans to open luxury restaurants in both New
Took advantage of it. It's very important. If you've got 15 minutes of fame, hop on that.
York and London that same month. followed by several more locations worldwide over the upcoming months. Now, the menu in these new restaurants was outrageously expensive, including things like a $100 burger, $10 for a can of Red Bull.
You know, a lot of people would actually pay the $10 for a Red Bull. It depends on the burger. I would not pay $100 for a burger. There's no daggone way. Oh, thank you for following Victoria Cosmos VT. How are you today? I would not pay $100 for a burger. I don't care what that burger is. But I would love to see what the burger looks like. That's $100.
$25 for a single dessert, and the
Hold on, what's the dessert? Hold on. If it's a big decadent dessert, maybe I'd go for it once.
star of the show, the $1,800 24-carat
Gold coated. What do you mean gold coated? Why is it $1,800? What about this besides the gold coating would actually jack it up to $1,800? Is it like completely covered in gold? Is it real gold? Is it fake gold? I assume it's edible gold. I don't know how that works. So far, so good, Victoria. It's raining outside, and we are reacting to some fun videos.
gold-coated tomahawk steak. Despite this, Salt Bay's restaurants were a massive hit almost instantly.
Okay, very sleek interior. I like it. The tables are kind of cramped together.
With people traveling to them from around the
Imagine you paid $1,800 for a steak, and you're like that close to somebody else eating.
world. More than the food itself, people were buying into an exclusive, over-the-top experience just for the chance to see the man himself in person.
Oh, is that cheese? Is that cheese? Hold on, is that cheese?
Yes, sir.
Oh, God, that's so bad for your heart, but so good. Okay, that makes me really want some nacho cheese on literally anything or like a big burger or something. This makes me hungry, Jesus. You dropped $7,000 at a restaurant? The heck for? You got $7,000 you can waste on just food?
Week after week, his restaurants attracted the biggest names in sports,
I don't spend $7,000 an entire year for food.
music, films, and beyond. Salt Bay had successfully turned a viral internet moment into a multi-million-dollar global brand. But behind all of the gold steaks and celebrity selfies, the reality was far from glamorous. Because as it turned out, when it came to the actual food, Salt Bay's empire was style over substance.
What is he covering? Is that what he means by gold covered? Just the nacho cheese? Because honestly, that sounds a lot more delicious than the actual gold covering. Dude, Victoria, please do not make me hungry. I could go for some nachos, man. Nacho cheese and spicy chips. Okay, it might be Taco Tuesday 2 days early.
His London steakhouse, for example, was ranked among the bottom 33% of restaurants in the city on TripAdvisor, scoring a
Traders, in this video,
No,
we'll walk
you're
you
ruining
through
the
our new
food.
AI
Go away,
crypto
go away,
analysis
Ed.
tool That's revolutionizing
Go
how
away, you.
traders
measly 2.9 stars with over 350 reviews, out of which 167 labeled it as outright terrible,
Probably because you spent way too much money on it.
with reviews like bad food at crazy.
What meat? I prefer chicken or like beef. If you're a steak person, I'm not gonna hold it against you. It's just not my cup of tea.
Prices, all seen and zero substance. The biggest scam ever. Food was undercooked and tasted awful, as well as terrible service, way too expensive for being treated like third-class citizens. To make matters
Treated like if you're spending that much money on food, you should not be treated like a third-class citizen.
even worse, his burger joint in New York was branded as the worst restaurant in the city, with professional critics describing the food
In
using
what
phrases
way?
like a little rubbery and low on flavor, mundane, somewhat tough and rather bland.
That's weird that it's bland, but he's Salt Bay. It should have something on it.
Shoe leather tough, and public ripoff number one. You'd think that after seeing such terrible reception, Newsred would focus on eliminating those issues. However, the Salt Bay did not care one bit.
Oh, okay. What? I don't know what the green thing is. Is that lettuce as a bun? Or is it just a green bun? I don't know, but he's pouring nacho cheese on a burger, and I'm in for it.
Viewed himself as some sort of icon, saying things like, now everybody wants to be a butcher because of me. Now if you ask a kid, they want to be Salt Bay. They see me as an idol. I'm an inspiration to
I don't think anyone ever saw him as an idol. I never once heard that from anybody.
a lot of people in a very short period of time. It was clear that his instant online fame had inflated his ego beyond bounds. The quality of food, the customer experience, it all took a back seat. What mattered most was the performance. He even started bragging openly.
Yeah, that's clearly, it's all about the performance. I mean, that is what he got famous for online, just the way he did it.
social media, sharing receipts of customers spending over $100,000 on a single meal, using them like trophy.
Amount due $615,000. I don't know what a Petrus is, but why does 5 of them cost $325,000?
to show off his status. And it wasn't long before the brand stopped being about food entirely
Petrus,
and
maybe?
became all about him. He filled his feed with shirtless videos,
That's the Bay part of
struck
Salt Bay.
poses like a runway model,
Okay, to be fair, this looked fantastic for him. This is totally working for him. I don't blame him.
and carried himself like an A-list celebrity.
The glasses
But
are
while the
stupid,
cameras were
but
still rolling and the lights
he still
kept
looks good.
coming, behind the scenes, everything was starting to go downhill. The first domino fell
Maybe
in
it is
September
half an avocado.
2018,
avocado feels like the bougiest thing you can do with the burger, so that might be it.
when a fire stunt meant to impress diners went horribly wrong.
Oh my god! I yandı! Oh my god!
I mean, you don't gotta freak out. It's just on that bar at the other end.
Flames shot out of control, injuring 4 people, including Czech internet personality
Ooh.
Tina Streknikova. She suffered
Never heard of her.
third-degree burns over 35% of her body and was hospitalized for months.
Oh, that's awful. Yeah, I can see that. Plus, her business is gonna be affected because she's not all gorgeous now. She's all burnt up on the face. Yeah, she's gonna lose money. If she sue, easy win, easy win.
And while she managed to survive, her appearance was altered permanently. The incident made
Oh, permanent appearance. Oh, dude, that's got to be detrimental to her. Well, hopefully she's okay now. Like, she's feeling better. There's no, like, permanent pain or anything like that. She can move all of her body parts perfectly fine. No nerve damage.
international headlines.
That's very
yet the
unlucky
Salt
and
Bae
awful.
made no public statements or apologies.
To be fair, don't make a public statement. I'm sure the lawyer told you not to do that. Don't apologize. It's admitting guilt. Pin it on, like, the server and fire them from a business standpoint. But, yeah, you're responsible for that as the owner, though.
Pretending like the incident never even happened. But his silence was just the tip of the iceberg, because while his customers were fighting for their lives, he was busy feeding a dictator. That same month, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife visited Salt Bae's restaurant in Istanbul.
Why does he look like a cartoonish representation of a dictator? Like, he looks like a Saturday Night Live skit version of a dictator.
Where they were treated to a lavish multi-$1,000 meal. And to add insult to injury, this all happened while Venezuela was in the midst of a devastating food crisis, with over 64% of the country's population losing an average of 11 kilograms or over 25 pounds due to food shortages and widespread hunger. Any person with even a shred of empathy might have declined to host a man overseeing that suffering. But not only did Salt Bae welcome him with open arms, he posted multiple videos online bragging about it.
He's Salt Baeing.
As you might imagine, the backlash was immediate and intense, and it wasn't confined to behind the screen. Protests broke out in front of his restaurants in Miami and New York. The issue even resonated with the US Senate, with Senator Marco Rubio stating, "I don't know who this weirdo Salt Bae is, but the guy he is so proud of to host is not the president of Venezuela. He is actually the overweight dictator of a nation where 30% of people only eat once a day, and
He's right, but also, why did you feel you needed to say something about Salt Bae feeding a dictator? That has nothing to do with you. He's not from your country. He is not in your country feeding a dictator. It feels like he's just forcing himself in there for internet points.
infants are suffering from malnutrition. He eventually deleted the videos, but true to form, he never offered an apology, because for Salt Bae, the performance always mattered more than the people. But Salt Bae's
thank you.
disregard didn't stop at bad reviews, burning guests, or feeding dictators. Things were even uglier behind the kitchen door. It all came to light in April of
Looks delicious, though.
2023, when Business Insider published an investigation report, uncovering a string of lawsuits and disturbing allegations that revealed an empire built on fear, exploitation, and control. Former staff described Salt Bae as a petty tyrant obsessed with image.
Well, yeah, he's bougie. They all are, aren't they? Like, if you need everything to be the highest quality possible so you can charge the most amount of money, yeah, you're going to be all up on it.
Power and excess, with a former manager stating, his world was nothing but Instagram and fame. The sensation was him. He ended up getting this godlike complex. Employees were fired with
Have you not seen his body? He already feels that way about himself. That's why he works so hard on something. Like, he's a cook. He doesn't need to look like that. He does that because he loves himself a lot.
without warning, sometimes for accidentally breaking a glass or simply wearing the wrong shirt. A bartender in London said working there felt like being in the Hunger Games. Another even compared Salt Bae to being a straight-up dictator. And
Boss, is different from dictator. If you're wearing the wrong outfit for your job, if there is like a uniform or a specific dress code and you're not following it, don't take that job. I mean, you took the job when it was offered to you and they told you you have to wear this or this or this, and if you're not going to follow the rules, don't work there. That him being mad at you for not following the rules is your fault, not his.
That wasn't even the worst of it. Workers were forced to stage fake lines outside during slow hours and even sleep overnight in the restaurant during the COVID-19 pandemic, and
That is a problem. You can't force them to stay in the building after the hours. If they're not on the clock, they don't have to stay there. That one is a problem.
social unrest, all without getting paid overtime.
Pretending to be a line outside of work, that's not a problem either. That sounds like a lot easier job than the job you're supposed to be doing. I don't know why you're complaining about that.
And while he flaunted his wealth online, employees say he stole tips and punished mistakes by slashing workers' pay.
You can't slash their pay, and while I think you can take their tips, you're not supposed to be able to. I mean, the reason you pay them as little as you do because they get tips, and frankly, I think they might have a lawsuit on their hands if they wanted.
In multiple lawsuits, employees alleged that management skimmed off 3% of tips or withheld them entirely, especially when high-profile celebrities were dining. A class action suit even stated that the management systematically fired each waiter who complained about not getting paid tips. One 19-year-old food runner had $140 deducted from her pay for delivering a bag of leftover steak to the wrong table. Another had $800 in tips.
Wait, what bag of leftover steak? Was it a take-home bag? And it was somebody else's steak that they brought to them? Why would they be bringing leftover steak? I mean, I guess if it was a doggy bag, that makes sense. I'm not sure you'd get fired for bringing it to the wrong table. I don't really understand the thought process behind that.
Tips slashed because a customer left without paying, as if she was supposed to hunt down the dine and dashes and collect the bill. But for the women working under
Yeah,
Salt
that's not her fault. You can't do that.
Bay, the exploitation went a level deeper, into humiliation, harassment, and outright abuse. A bartender
And also, I feel like he didn't actually do that. If anything, it would be the manager's fault, and you need to hold them responsible. And I'm guessing no one ever actually talked to him because he wouldn't have talked to the employees because he's too good for that.
for instance, was told to wear a quote, short skirt, high heels, and revealing top on her first day. When she protested, she was harassed by male co-workers. One even followed her home, and just days after requesting to wear a standard uniform, she was fired. Another lawsuit
So they wanted you to wear a non-standard uniform, and then they wanted you to wear a standard uniform, and you had a problem with both of those. This tale being told does not sound real. And if it is, it sounds like she's the problem, because there's no way you went in there and then saw the attire and thought they're wearing something skimpy. I won't have to do that.
claimed that a female server was denied a promotion because Salt Bay allegedly didn't find her physically appealing enough. And if all this wasn't
I feel like he wouldn't be the one in charge of the... Like, doesn't he delegate that to other people who would do something like that? Like, he makes the food. I don't think he promotes people. Like, he hires managers for the restaurants, and they would be doing that. That also doesn't sound real.
bad enough, the horrendous culture of his restaurants reached the customers as well. Employees were routinely
Like, wanting waitresses and hostesses that look good, that makes sense. Like, if you wanted them for any other position where they're not going to be interacting with a lot of people, they wouldn't need to look good.
told to lie to customers, claiming cheaper cuts were premium, pouring leftover wine into new glasses, and even falsely labeling steaks as halal. Quote, it was just about trying to get
Okay, a lot of businesses falsely label food as food that they aren't actually.
almost as much money out of the people who were coming through the door. But even all this wasn't enough to satisfy the Salt Bay's ego. Eventually,
I'm not saying it's right. It's very, very stupid and technically lying to customers. But a lot of restaurants do that.
His arrogance and sense of untouchable fame pushed him into doing something extreme in front of the whole world, resulting in the biggest public humiliation of his career. It happened on December 18th, 2022, when Argentina won the FIFA World Cup by beating France in a historic final. Fans were celebrating and players were emotional. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, Salt Bae breached the pitch, crashed the moment, and acted like he belonged there. He grabbed Lionel Messi, one of the biggest athletes in the world, at the most significant moment of his career, just to pester him for a photo. Then he somehow found a way to make this even worse, by grabbing the actual World Cup trophy and posing with it, as if he were part of the winning team. With the entire world watching...
I mean, that's very cringy. It's not awful. I mean, it's stupid. It makes him look really sad and pathetic, like he said, but it's not worth canceling him over or something. Is this worse than, like, harassing women or whatever?
These cringeworthy moments sparked a wave of online backlash as massive as the viral fame that once made him, with comments reading, "This is the example of people living without feeling shame at all. TF does this guy have to do with this hard-earned victory? Cloud chasing on an epic level. What an idiot that guy is." FIFA eventually...
That says Edito.
launched an investigation into the incident, while also banning him from all future events. A ban that seems to be effective to this day, as he...
Maybe you should get better security. I'm just saying. Like, if he could just go out there and start grabbing trophies and touching people.
was publicly kicked out of the UEFA Champions League final after party on June 1st, 2025, for trying to enter uninvited.
That's a little embarrassing and cringy, but like...
He tried to save face by signing autographs outside, and claimed he wasn't there for the party, but for his, quote, thousands of fans who wanted to see him. But to the...
What? That's... Okay, that's not what that entire event was about, sure.
Internet didn't buy the excuses one bit. Why is he even there in the first place? He's a nobody.
For the thousands of fans who wanted to see him.
And hanger on. Yeah, go and throw your salt somewhere else. That said, this mockery from the internet wasn't...
That's not very Bay of you guys, come
as
on.
intense as it should have been. Not because people like him now, but because most simply don't care. He's a mostly forgotten relic of the past.
I didn't care whenever it first came out. I didn't know anything about him. I just know he put salt on stuff, and I'm like, I don't care. What's it got to do with anything?
And after years of scamming customers with mediocre food...
See, there's no way that food is rubbery. Look at that, it looks
himself
delicious.
On the world stage, Salt Bae is finally paying the price. Most of his US steakhouses have shut down, his London restaurant is seeing a 50% drop in profits, and his Dubai location isn't doing much better either. With businesses in decline, his social media numbers plummeting...
I was going to read that, but it's kind of...
Salt Bae's story is well...
Oh, I wanted to read it, but like the thing got in the way.
He could have easily ascended to the status
Who's
of
Wilbur
universally
Soot?
beloved figure like Gordon Ramsay. However, he let his ego and greed get in the way.
Why are their
which
eyes
is
different?
Exactly what happened to the Island Boys as well. Click the video on screen.
I don't know who the Island Boys are. I don't want to find out. So that's Salt Bae. Well, that was Salt Bae. Apparently, Salt Bae is now Salt Gone. That's not good. Hold on. I'm going to get another one. Give me another shot. Yeet Bae? No, no. I got nothing. I tried. I wanted you to know I tried. You were worth trying for. I failed you. I apologize. I'm going to come out with a ukulele apology video. I got to learn how to play the ukulele, though. All right. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourselves. Take care of somebody else. Also, if you're watching this still, please leave a like and comment. Apparently, YouTube doesn't count you as a viewer anymore thanks to some changes unless you actually engage with the video, so that would really help my channel a lot. And catch me on twitch.tv/InPlayTheJolly. You can hang out with me and Victoria Cosmos VT. All right, love and nachos, baby bears. Mwah.